Hi, and welcome everybody to our group meditation. Today, we are going to just spend some time connecting to our breath for this meditation, really having all of our focus on the breath and perfecting our breathing techniques. And so, without further ado, we will get started here. I'm going to pull up share screen. All right, so we have that. Okay, find yourself in a nice, comfortable position. I prefer to close my eyes so I can get into the field. That is not something that you need to do. You can keep your eyes open. If you want to have a focal point in the room, you can do that. If you want to have a focal point where your eyes are partially closed, you can put your focus to the tip of your nose. In some Kundalini meditations, they focus on the third eye. And so it's hard to do that with your eyes open, but if you close your eyes and you put your focus here, um, some people do that to connect. Get started. Just trying to clear my throat a little bit. All right. I will pull up the meditation. As always, what we will start with is really focusing and connecting to the breath. Um, Actually, I just had something come to me, and we're going to try something different. Hopefully, I can do this without knocking my stuff down. But we're going to do some Kundalini punches to get us into the feel of everything. And so, how we do that is we take a deep breath in through our nose, fill our belly, hold for a few seconds, like 3 seconds, and then release out our mouth. We do it again for a second time. Deep belly breathing in through the nose, down into your diaphragm, and then breathe out your mouth. And then on the third one, hold your breath when you reach your full inhale. And then you're just going to start going like this. And you hold your breath while you're doing this until you can't anymore. And when you can't anymore, whenever you can't anymore is perfectly okay. Just release all your breath out. And then we'll do that twice. Feel twice would be a good way to do that. I'm going to take a drink of water quick. Going to be interesting to do that when it's so hot in here already, but I felt an intuitive knowing that that is a good way to get this started. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, let's begin. Deep breath in through your nose twice. And then on the third, hold as long as you can and punch. Okay, ready? Let's begin. And the third one, hold your breath when you breathe all the way in and punch until you can't anymore. Been to kill this pet for a long time. Okay. Let's do that one more time, please. Three rounds of breathing. On the third one, no, third one, not the third one. Breathe in and then hold and punch. Okay. All right. Fill your belly as best as you can. Now the third one, take the biggest breath you've taken so far. So the reason I had us do this Kundalini punches is because it really gets your mind out. The only thing you can focus on is your breath and the punching. It's really hard for the mind to catch a thought, follow a train. It's difficult to do that. So to do our breathing exercises today, really want you guys to focus on the feeling that the breath has coming through your nose. Feel it go down your windpipe, deep into your lungs. Feel it fill your belly first, then feel it in your upper diaphragm, and then your chest. If you are feeling your chest expand first, you are not getting the full deep belly breathing, and you are missing out on a world of benefits. So when we're taking our deep breaths, we want to have our belly fill first, then our middle chest, then the upper chest. So like basically where your ribs begin will be the middle. Excuse me, my allergies are horrible today. So we'll begin by taking these, we're going to practice taking these deep breaths in through our nose and then out through our mouth. Okay. Something that really helps you feel the coolness and focus on your breathing. It's called alkaline breathing. It really creates a lot of balance in your body and all of its systems. So the way to do that is to place your tongue on the roof of your mouth when you're breathing in through your nose. So there's no breath that's coming into the mouth. And then when you breathe out, it's just a release. Just everything is coming out. Okay. Okay. So when you breathe in, place your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Feel the coolness come in through your nose. Feel it come down your windpipe. Feel that coolness fill your diaphragm and then your lungs. And then when you exhale, you want it to do the same. You want to exit and push all the air out from your belly and then move up this direction. So you're literally just creating a cycle of breathing. And this is going to help alkaline your body, help release any tension or stress that you're feeling, help you get to a space of less attachment to the thoughts moving through your mind. And it will also reduce your anxiety if you're feeling any tremendously. You can come back to this type of breathing anytime. You can do it at any moment during the day. Just taking one quick inhale through your nose and exhale out your mouth is a very cleansing way to center yourself. If you ever find yourself in a place where you are not centered and you just need something really quick. So we're going to begin. I'm going to guide us with the breathing. We also are going to have music. In this music, you're going to hear chiming. You're going to hear the singing bowls go ding. That's going to be your cue to bring your awareness back to your breath. So the whole point of this meditation is just to really hone in on our breathing technique. Okay, so a quick recap. Breathe in through your nose with your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Feel the coolness come deep into your body. Feel your diaphragm, feel your lower rib cage, and then your chest, and then push the air out from your belly up, creating a nice cycle. It'll be like this, actually. All right, I'm going to start the music now. It might be a little loud. How's that sound? Can you hear me okay? And it's not too quiet? Let's begin with placing the tongue to the roof of our mouths, taking a deep breath in, feeling the sensation of the breath. And then pushing out from the diaphragm up all the air out. Now, breathe in. Release it out. Breathe in. Release it out. It helps me to imagine my breath as the waves coming into the shore and moving back out again. How the tide just brings water in, and watching your breath doing the same motion. You feel your body needs to make an audible sound. When you breathe out, do so. Trust your instincts, trust your intuition, and do what feels good for you. You may notice that your breath automatically begins deepening in. alkaline breathing, feeling sensation in your third eye. Each time that you hear a chime, this just drains you. Find your own body's rhythm. Connect with it. To clear color, beige, updated colors, you may begin to feel sensation in your body. What do these sensations feel? Let feel feeling and rising when you focus and try to understand all that you need to feel. Simply relax your feelings and sensations As you allow them to just be, move off to you are connecting to your higher self, where you need not to be with you anything. Each breath reminds you that you can simply exist just as you are, and that is worthy and perfect and affluent simply because you are here. Can you focus of the inhale, connect to your own inner flow. Feel how good it feels to just be as you are. Feel how wonderful and grateful it is to just breathe. Now, as we start to bring our awareness back to present moment, you are remember this inner flow, this world of self that you are, is always there. You can tap into it at any point by simply coming back to your breath. You inhale, exhale. Now, take very large, long, deep breath in. Fill your diaphragm, fill your lungs, fill them fully and completely. And release everything else. Do that one more time. The biggest inhale. We're done. And on your exhale, I want you to completely sigh it out. Make a sound. Sigh it out. Oh, now, if you are not fully back into your body, wiggle your feet, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingertips. Come back to this moment. I like it. I didn't see the message you sent about my voice being a little quiet. I tried to speak louder when I heard it getting louder, but still learning the ebbs and flows of the
Yeah.
sound.
Sometimes the bowl gets really loud, and then that kind of overtakes everything, doesn't it?
Hmm.
But, yeah, that was very nice, very calm.
Hmm.
Because you're concentrating on the breathing, you're not going elsewhere. So you're just focusing on your breath, you yourself, getting the cycles working. Yeah, very calming, very peaceful.
Yeah, it's a very nice way to come back to yourself, your center. And
Yeah.
it's always a good reminder, like, we've been doing these guided meditations for a while now, and sometimes we can lose what we know to be true about our breath, and everything comes back to that breath.
Mm.
Many, many, many different spiritualities and religions say that this is the breath of life. And so when we come back to that, we realize that we are breath and we are life. And sometimes we can get really lost in that in our day to day life. We forget that we're even breathing, we're doing something automatically, that we forget that we are this breath, we are this life. And so when we are reminded and we have little reminders about that, it creates a sense of peace and connectedness and a reminder of what we truly are, that we are not this form, we are not these thoughts, we are not the outside world, we are something much bigger, grander, we are infinite space, and we are infinite in its entirety. And when you really think about the implications of what that means, we are infinite in its entirety. That means that it's never ending. It goes on and on and on and on, ever expanding. And that creates such an immense amount of peace and love within you to know that you are so much more than what you're told you are, than what you hear, what you see, what you taste, what you feel, everything. You're so much more than that. And as we know that we've been doing these meditations for a long time, just on our own journey, that connecting to that really creates a huge sense of knowing and honestly just I wanted to say confident. It creates this confidence within you that
Mm.
it's so much more than that, and that you don't have to be what society has told you you are, and you don't have to be anything if you don't want to be anything. My kids and I were just watching a Bluey episode, and it was about puppets. And this puppet that his dad plays realizes that he's a puppet, and he's like, "Well, I'm nobody. I'm nobody," and he was feeling really down. But then the mom, Chili, says the best part about being nobody is that you're everybody. So when we let go of the identities and we let go of what we think we are, we can be anything that we want to be. And that opens so much space. And it doesn't feel like we're stuck being in this box. We can be and act and live from anything that we choose to. We're not limited. We are unlimited beings. And we will always be unlimited beings. Nothing will ever change that except our forgetfulness of it.
Mm.
And even then, when we forget, it doesn't change it. We just forget for a moment and then we remember something in our experience reminds us, oh, hey, I am this unlimited being. I am limitless. I can be and do whatever I want that brings me joy within reason. Um, so, 233. Keep seeing that those threes everywhere. Um, and it's third, 9-3. It's 9-3. Um, just those threes. Mm, yeah. And I think of 369, the Tesla.
Mm.
Um, my little brain went on a squirrel moment.
Tangent.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Toby, how was that for you before we get off here?
The breathing technique was weird. I don't know. It's just strange. I nearly fell asleep again.
How was it strange though? What, because strange may be, I might use strange as it was curious.
It was just uncomfortable, really.
What was uncomfortable with it?
Tiring.
Well, you want to stay within your own limits. You don't want to go beyond. That's why I said what feels good for you. You don't want to go beyond what feels good for you. So
Yeah.
just because I'm taking really deep breaths doesn't mean that somebody else will take the same amount of deep breaths. Everyone's lung capacity is different. Everybody's size of their diaphragm is different. So it's all within what feels good to you, what feels good in your body, in your system, in your flow.
Yeah.
So were you just trying taking too big of deep breaths and it was hard for you to like keep up with that? Or
Probably.
yeah, it's
Just,
really trusting your intuition on that.
yeah.
It will come.
It will. And it's practice. No, like
Mm.
when I first started breathing, I could only breathe in for 3 seconds. And I really couldn't breathe past my like the top of my lungs. All people are so used to breathing here. I can't even do it when I'm so when they breathe in, they just go and they expand their chest. So a lot of times people don't realize that your actual act of breathing starts with your diaphragm. That's how you're able to draw the oxygen in. Your lungs are just the space to hold the oxygen.
Mm.
It's not what actually helps you breathe. Your diaphragm is what actually creates the action of breathing. So the more that you focus on breathing, Tobias, and the more that you practice that deep breathing, the better you'll get at it. And nothing and no one is perfect. I mean, what is perfect? When I say we are perfect just as we are. And since we are imperfect beings, that is perfect in itself. If I know it's a completely contradiction and we live in a very dualistic reality, but I don't want you to leave this thinking that you did anything wrong because you didn't. You just experienced something and you received feedback. So what you receive now is that your lung capacity is a little different, and that's okay. So now you know what your lung capacity is and what is good for your body. You can work with that. And when you work with what is good for your body will greatly thank you for it. It doesn't want you to push past your limits. So before we leave, Toby, I want you to unmute yourself. And I want you to try with me. And I just want you to take a deep breath in through your nose, into your belly, and then out, however long that is.
Okay.
And I want you to count how long it takes you to breathe in for you to be comfortable, not uncomfortable. And then how long it takes for you to breathe out. Okay? Go ahead.
Only 4 seconds both ways.
That's great. That's great. That's really good.
Mm.
That's great. So now you know what your lung capacity, like what your seconds are to, so you can practice with it. And when you practice, now you have a baseline. So when you started, and then you can see how you progress, how it changes and how you change and evolve over time. That's why I wanted you to try it out and see what it was for you, because you never know what you can do and what you are capable of doing unless you try and you have some sort of like space to start at. So now you can just work on breathing in 4 and breathing out 4. Like that's it. You don't have to do any more or any less. And if you need to do less, sometimes I can only breathe in 3 seconds. Sometimes I can only breathe in 2. Like my lungs are just like, nope, not happening today. So just practice with that. And then when we come back next week and tell us how it went. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I really appreciate you guys joining. Thank you for watching, liking, and subscribing on our channel. If you would like to join, send us an email at thequantummosaic@gmail.com. Okay. Thank you so much, you guys. Love you
Yeah.
all.
Love it.